This is Aaron Schuh, the founder and president of Recruit for Business. Today we're going to talk about some topics that are pretty endearing to us right now. That's retention of your current employees. What I wanted to hit on today is 3 different aspects of retention that are important for you as a business owner to stay focused on. The first one will be our benefits that we offer in the company. The second, we're going to go into your management processes. And then the third, we're going to hit on the employee check-in process. The first one we want to hit on is the company benefits. The benefits are what we call the golden handcuffs. These are what will keep your employees here when they do a comparison of why am I staying at this company to that and not going to work for that company. It's going to be your benefits oftentimes that will help you with that. When you look at your benefits, usually the first item you always talk about is medical. Medical is a non-negotiable anymore. We have to provide that. And what we want to see is that you're providing 100% of the cost of the employee. If you can cover additional to that, to covering their families or their children, that's great. That's the best of the best. But if you're still not able to cover 100% of the employee themselves, we really need to go back and look at that and figure out how can we make that happen. This is a big key component of what the employee is looking for today. The second item we want to look at is paid time off, or PTO, is a critical component of your benefits. You know, in the past, a lot of times people will go with just 1 week vacation in your first year, and then you go to 2 or maybe 3 weeks as you progress. That is way old school. It's no longer relevant. Today, you need to be able to start people with 2 weeks of paid vacation, and it should go up from there to 4 to 5 weeks for your more tenured senior level personnel. Now with vacation, though, you have a lot of control. I know people go, 5 weeks, that's a lot of time. How am I going to do that? What you want to do is you have set blackout times, right? We all run business cycles. You have busy seasons and slow seasons. So in the 2 or 3 busiest months out of the year, you put a vacation blackout. They just can't take vacation during those times. The rest of the time, they're free to take that vacation. In fact, I encourage you to monitor and make sure that they're taking that vacation time, because we don't want them getting burned out either. That's the reason behind vacation. The last item I want to teach you about is called an Employee Assistance Program, or an EAP. What this program provides is counseling services and consulting services at a personal level for an employee. Let's say you have an employee that's going through a divorce. Maybe you have another employee that just lost their parents, and they're struggling emotionally to deal with those situations. We as the employers do not want to get into the job of being psychoanalysis people, right? So refer them using an EAP program. They're very cheap, inexpensive. It usually costs you less than $1 a day per employee. And they can go and get these counseling services for free. It costs the employee nothing. They're a wonderful way that you can add an additional benefit to that employee for very little cost. The second item that we want to focus on about employee retention is how you manage that employee. A key component of this is having clear career paths, especially for your field personnel, your technicians, your installation crews. They all need to know what their path is in their career. And this means very detailed guides for them, understanding where they're going to make their money. These need to be tied together. The career path and the compensation level all work together as one unit. So when the career path is advanced, the compensation is advanced. So when they come in and say, boss, I want to get a raise, you say, perfect, I want to pay you more money. Let me show you how you can earn more money by advancing your career. This is a critical component of communication. To complement this, you want to do regular check-ins. This means on at least a minimum of once a month. Whoever the supervisor is needs to sit down with that employee and talk one-on-one. Where are they at in their career? Where are they at in their progression? How can they make more money? Reinforce you want to see them make more money. Here's how we can do it. This is critical to the relationship. Listen to them. Hear where they're struggling. See what we can do to help them, get them additional training, maybe additional support in different areas. That's the time when we can sit down one-on-one and listen to the employee to understand where do they want to go and how can we help them to get there. The third tip I'm going to give you on employee retention is to perform what we call is a stay interview or a periodic check-in. Now these need to be done by somebody else other than you. Because when you have an employee that is in distress, or maybe they're not happy right now, they're probably not going to be honest if they talk to their supervisor or sometimes even the owner of the company. It's best to have an outside party perform this. But essentially what you're doing is you're doing a check-in with them. How are they doing? How do they feel about their job? How do they feel about the company? What could the company do better? This type of interviewing with them will give you great insights. But here's the trick. You, as the company owner, the managers, you got to put your ego aside. You got to listen with an open mind, open heart to what they're telling you and get to the root cause of these problems. Put aside your own ego and your own feelings about your pride in your business, in your situation, and listen to that individual. They'll tell you what you need to know in order to keep them happy and content working for you. But if you have your ego in front of that, it's going to block that reception. You have to be open to that information and act upon it. So to summarize, the 3 tips I give you today for employee retention is taking a look at your benefits packages, look at your management processes, and then do periodic check-ins. These 3 will put you head and shoulders above the competition and put you in the right direction. Now, if you're sitting there and you're going, I don't even know where to start on this stuff, Aaron, no problem. We're here to help. That's why we created Recruit for Business, is to give you the support and services that you need to protect, retain, and attract the right employees in your business. Reach out to us anytime for any help. If you like the content we're providing, please give us a like, subscribe to our channel, and put a comment on what we can do to help you.